Hello, Kings. I hear you're going to make a guide to synthesis.
How did you know that?
Though, I'm a bit sharp, you know.
Synthesizers began life as a bamboo-bound flute. Syrinx. On retro synth, you have four synths. You have analog, sync, table, and FM. Hello everybody, this is Kingsley's Guide to Synthesis. Okay, we're going to start off with the analog synth, which is based on the Moog and also the sync as well, which are kind of like the Prophets and all those great synthesizers. So let's go to the analog. Okay, as you can see, we've got two oscillators here, or operators as you can call them, and you have your square, your saw, and your triangle and your rectangle on the oscillators. Also you have the shape modulation, which is linked down here with the LFO and the filter envelope and the amp envelope. Also you have your vibrato, like your voice or your violin for that up and down movement. Also you've got the mix here to mix and blend between the two oscillators that you have, which you can shape, and on the second oscillator it has the same waves as the first one. Also you have your semitone and your sense to tune your waves, like your guitar with your tone, semitone, which is always great. Also you have over here, you have your filter, which is tremendous. You've got lots to choose from here. You've got your EQing ability to change the sound with your low pass and band pass and your high pass to shape the sound. You have your cutoff to adjust the frequencies, and you've got your resonance, your res, to boost the sound, to make it sound even better. Got the filter FM knob here and the LFO knob and the envelope knob here to link these, to link the filter down with the LFO, the filter. And also over here you've got your volume, which is on any music machine, and you've got your sine level, and these are all in the amp section here, and you've got your effects section here with chorus and flanger to give it more voicing, and rate as well to give that nice sound. As you can see, you've got your glide over here to link the notes as well. You can choose over here to choose if you want to link the oscillator 1 with a sign here and stuff, which is pretty good. You can link with the filters as well. With the LFO, which is over here, we've got it over here with the knob. Push to the LFO. You can, of course, you've got your saw, your backward saw, and your triangle and your square, and you've got your rate over here. And if I was to play something, and I was to mix and blend, and I was to choose a shape on oscillator 2, which I'm going to choose is I think I'm going to go with the square, and then I go over to here and choose something like, I'm going to choose a saw, and if I kind of go over to here and can just the speed and the rate here, you can sync them together, which is pretty good. As well, and you've got your vibrato here as well on the LFO. Okay, you've got your filter envelope as well with the attack, decay, sustain and release. Attack is how when you press the key and how fast it comes in, and the decay is when the note and the sound decays into the distance. Got the sustain, like your piano, which is like your sustain pedal, and that can sustain the note. And you got your release as you release the key. And also, if we go over to the amp envelope as well, you have the attack, decay, sustain and release as well, which is super cool. You can adjust it in the screen as well, which is super amazing, as you can see. And you can change it down here as well, which is amazing as well. And these all have the power to lock in the sounds that you create from the oscillators and the LFO and the filter, and you can be so creative, as you know. Now we go over to the sync, which is kind of like your Roland. Lots of Roland synthesizers out there, and what's great about this one is you've got more syncability on this one to make even more complex sounds, make them combined even more with this one. And that's what it's all about with this one, which is so super great. Now let's go with the table synthesizer. As you can see, very popular synthesizer. You've got your oscillators here, 1 and 2, but what's different about this one is these are kind of audible synthesizers, so you've got recorded sounds. As you can see, lots to choose from here. And if you go up here as well, got all these sounds to choose from. So many with the lead pad, bass, strings, keyboard and brass and other stuff as well. You're going to shape the sound, so let's go to oscillator 1. And you can shape them. And I'm going to adjust this over here. And this is all being adjusted with mathematical ratios, which is super amazing. I can blend them as well. So I can shape number 2 as well. And that's what it's all about with this synthesizer. Tremendous ability to create and add not just the sounds that you have, but your voice as well, to combine them, to layer as well. And that's the amazing thing with this synthesizer. Great synthesizer is this one. And here we are in the FM synthesizer. Now, as you can see, we have a modulator and a carrier. And this is like, again, it's an audible synthesizer. So we're bringing it down to the carrier. And as you can see, you've got all your beautiful settings here, the frequency modulator, and that's what FM stands for. And to adjust the sound with mathematics, subtractive synthesis, and you add as well with this synthesizer. So all the other ones are kind of doing subtractive synthesis, but with this one, you can just add that extra oomph as well. So that's the good thing about the table and the FM. You really can add and be creative. But let's get to the action. As you can see, you can add harmonics. And inharmonics to give it that bell sound. And also you can shape the sound as well. And also with the settings here, you've got the vibrato as well. You're choosing here between the settings to go with the LFO and the filter to link down here. And also you're choosing between the frequency modulation and the harmonics over here as well, all linking. And as you can see, we've got the same again, like the other synthesizers. And as you can see, you've got the LFO and the filter envelope and the amp envelope as well, as you can see. Also, you've got other settings as well. As you can see, you've got your global for your transposed tune and your band, and the polyphony, voice detune, stereo spread, and the unison for the amount of voices you want to choose to add to your synthesizer sound. Let's open this up right now. Got your mono, like one key action, and you've got so many voices to choose from, and with the unison, here you have all the voices you can get playing all at one go. And also you've got your controls as well for your mod, wheel, aftertouch, and velocity, and your cutoff to change the sound so much. And especially with the new keyboards these days, where you can move them from side to side and all that good stuff, it's just so exciting to be able to create sounds. So this is a great synthesizer. It's an audible synthesizer, and that's what it's all about. Okay, I'm going to open a new track. Going to open up Alchemy. Going to select synthesizer, synths, and then I'm going to go to File. Initialize presets. Then I'm going to go to oscillator D, and I'm going to turn off oscillator A. Then I'm going to go to the wave, and I'm going to select it, and I'm going to import, or should I say I'm going to load something. It is loading in, and it is loaded in. Now, I now have my sample in Alchemy Synth. So now I've got the sample in, I can play around with it, as you can see. So I can use the cutoff here. And I can use the res. And I can use the drive. And I can go to the cutoff here, and I can select and add modulation. I can go to the AHD-SR envelope and I can select a new one. And over here, I can select multiple things like the source, the filter, the master, and the LFO as well. So, and as you can see, I can control the smooth. I can control the depth. Different presets like note properties, where I can do arpeggiation, where I can do my arpeggiating here, and also I can select velocity, aftertouch, flip-flop, and other stuff. So let's go into arpeggiation, which is super cool. As you can see, you can and you can play around with it here. You have 16 steps in arpeggiation. Bring that down, bring this down, and bring this down. Then what I'm going to do, I've got a nice quick attack, but I'm going to make it a little bit slower, and I'm going to leave the hold. Going to cut the decay and the sustain a little bit, and I'm going to really shorten the release. Let's see what that sounds like. So you can play around with that on Alchemy Synth. You've got other things to do here to change up here as well. As you can see, you've got your FX main, and you've got your volume and your pan, and your coarse and your tune and your fine, and your voices as well, and the gate as well. And you can do the rate as well, which is good. Do the performance parameters, the arpeggiation parameters, and let's improve the rate here. The length, the pattern, the swing, and the split, and the latch. Add effects, which is pretty tremendous. And that's just importing a sample into Alchemy Synth. Okay, we're on Quick Sampler. and I'm going to record something. Okay, I'm going to drag this into Quick Sampler. And let's see if I go over to here. I'm going to go into Classic. I'm going to go to Playback. I'm going to reverse it. And I'm going to adjust the length. Then I'm going to save it. And I'm going to record something in. And I'm going to press record. And record. Okay, let's see how that sounds. I'm going to mute this one. And record. So what I've done there is I've layered two things together. So that's the synth sound and my voice together. And I'm going to drag this into a Quick Sampler. And let's play it right now. So what I've done is I've layered two things together, and I can adjust them with Quick Sampler. As you can see, I can shorten. I can adjust the pitch. Fine tune the glide between the keys. Okay, as you can see, I can use the cutoff, a low frequency, higher frequency, and the resonance as well to boost the frequency, the panning, polyphony to add more voices, and the LFO as well. So you can layer sounds as well, which is pretty cool. Let's go to Slice. As you can see, you've got the keys as well. So let's extend this a little bit, out a bit more. And you can play the notes as well. Which is pretty cool. Okay, you can also do one shot as well. And this, if you shorten it a little bit here, and I press one key, that will play with one note the whole sample. And they're all linked to the keys on your keyboard, and which is pretty cool. And that's what layering is all about. You've got not just my voice, but you've got the synthesizer voice as well. So it's all pretty good. And also you've got your LFO to change the sound with the attack and decay and sustain release as well for your keys as well, which is pretty amazing. The waveform as well with your triangle and your saw, which is pretty cool. Okay, as you can see, we have the sample here, and I'm going to drag this into Sample Alchemy. And as you can see, it is very exciting, as you can see. So let's play it right now. So that's the sample, and of course you can adjust it here with the points you want to adjust, the split points, and also you can do the playback speed as well, which is pretty cool. And also you can do the tuning and the fine tuning and the size for granular synthesis. So let's play around with some granular synthesis. So as you can see, we've got the sample in. So now, as you can see, I've got my A point here, and I'm going to add the B point. I'm going to put my B point here, and let's see what happens. And I'm going to loop them. I can shorten the loops and adjust the pitch as well. Adjusting the grain here to make the sound even shorter using the milliseconds. Adjusting the density and the random timing, and also the cutoff as well to change as well the frequencies. So that's the granular synthesis.
Okay, Kings, you have to let the low pass filter let in all the low frequencies, and the high pass filter let in all the high frequencies. And with the band pass filter, you have to bring the band together. Your slapstick humor harms and hurts me. The frequency of you hitting the keys is overpowering me. So guys, I want lots of experimentation on your synthesizers.